What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the number one piece of advice that I have for you if you want to close more deals, you work in sales, whether it's high ticket sales, whether you do in-person sales, door to door, or anything else. This principle applies, and I've closed millions of dollars in deals over the last few years. I manage a multi-million dollar sales team, and a lot of times when I'm giving feedback to our sales team, it is some variation of exactly what I'm about to tell you. And so the number one piece of advice and tip that I have for you if you want to close more deals is to have confidence in what you're saying. Because if you have confidence and you're able to breed confidence into a prospect, that will give them certainty that your solution is for them. So just to give you an example, let's say that you walk in, you need like a serious surgery, heart surgery or something like that. And you go in for a consultation with a surgeon, right? And you start talking with that surgeon. They're asking you a couple questions, and then they're like, yeah, I think there could be an option for this surgery, there's some risks with it, but there's also this other one. Just depending on let me ask you this question. I'm not really sure, but I would say I would lean towards doing this surgery on you. How are you going to feel? Versus if you come in, they ask you questions, and that guy says, oh, absolutely, understand exactly where you're at. I've actually done this surgery a few thousand times. This is a surgery I do almost every single day, if not multiple times a day. Has a very high success rate when it comes to the actual surgery. There are some potential risks in this area, but the way that I mitigate those is by doing this, and this. How are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel 10 times more confident with the second one versus the first one. Why? Well, not because the surgery they're gonna be doing is any different, but just because the way that the two surgeons presented themselves, one you could tell was confident, and the other one you could tell had reservations around their process. It is the exact same thing with you as a salesperson. When people are coming to you, when prospects are coming to you, they have problems, they have questions, they have concerns, they have limiting beliefs. And if you are not their rock, then they're gonna find it very hard for them to overcome any of those limiting beliefs, any of those uncertainties or questions or concerns. And so you need to have absolute confidence when you do pitch them that you're gonna be able to help them. Now, how do you do this? Well, you need to get into a deep discovery where you truly understand exactly where this prospect is at. Because that is the only way that you're going to be able to meet them exactly where they're at with bullseye precision, not a one-size-fits-all pitch, but bullseye precision on exactly what they need and exactly what's going to be important to them that's going to make them make a decision. And when you meet them at that point and then you pitch them exactly how they want to be pitched, with absolute certainty and confidence in the way that you're describing your program or your service or whatever it is that you're selling them, that's when they're going to have the confidence that, oh my gosh, this guy just told me exactly what I feel like I've been needing to hear. And he said it with so much confidence. It was like, this guy, I would trust this guy with anything. I'll pay this guy anything. He seems like he knows exactly what he's doing. And so that's where it's super important. And I'm telling you, if you can do that as a salesperson, you will succeed, because there are countless sales reps who have the process down. They have the discovery, they have the pitch, they have the temp checks, they have the objection handling, they have the training, they're selling a good offer, they're in a good spot. They have a work ethic, they check all of those boxes. But there's so many people who check all those boxes. The one box that they don't check is the certainty in their tonality and their language and the way that they present themselves. So one thing to take away is absolute certainty in your process, in your program, in your service. And what I truly recommend is becoming the expert. If you become the expert in whatever it is you're selling, it's going to be 10 times easier for you to have real confidence in what you're selling. Competence breeds confidence. Right? It doesn't mean that you're going to need to go into the weeds and details of whatever it is, business model or whatever you're selling to the prospect. You don't need to go tell them everything about it and teach them a whole entire model. But if you have that all in your back pocket, it'll make you feel 10 times more confident about actually pitching them on the specific parts that they do need to hear that gets them to tick, that gets them to move the needle. Okay? So, at the end of the day, remember that. If you guys have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments. I'll answer them. Or you can DM me on IG, and I'll see you guys in the next one.